Do you want to know what it takes to get better with Aruni in Rainbow Six? In this video, I'm going to give you everything you need to know to become a good Aruni player. I'm going to tell you things like from as basic as utility, like what you should be running, to how you should be playing her. And in the end, I'm going to give you 3 tips that you can do in your games that will instantly win you more rounds. The last trick I'm going to show you in this video is going to turn Aruni into a hard reach denier. So make sure you watch until the end for that. Now, first of all, I want to start with Loadout and what you should run on Aruni. This is what I run every time, no, without fail. I run this setup, and I'm going to show you why in the game as well. But the reason why I don't use the Aruni, which is a really good gun in itself, is because Aruni is a 1-speed operator, which means she's the slowest operator type in the game. And with the small magazine on the Aruni that it has 15 bullets. You have to reload a lot. And it's okay on operators like Mozzie, where you have the speed to get back into cover, sorry. With Aruni, you don't really have that like speed to get away and duck out and duck back in, duck out. You're kind of like stuck. So I like to play with the DMR for that reason. Now as well, I also like to play Aruni to hold long angles, which means that the DMR makes it perfect to do that. For the 1.5 scope, the low recoil, and the yeah, that's basically it. So attachment wise, I run this every time, and pistol I just run the muzzle brake. Where you can, don't use lasers on any guns, because it gives your position away. So let's go straight into the game now. So I'm going to first give you some situations that are good to use Aruni in, and I'm starting off in this bank basement just as a frame of reference, because basically Aruni is best when you're holding long angles. So you have the melee attack to be able to sort of make any hole that you want to make, and from this you can basically like create some really weird long angles that attackers will have to drone out to be able to fight back, and in ranked they're definitely not going to drone you out. So if you just I'm going to show you this example right now. If you punch these holes in garage and this hole in the site, you can play all the way from the back of garage and stop the default plant, which is on this wall here. If you'll play the game a lot, you'll know that this is the default plant spot. They'll breach this wall and try and plant here, and you can see that from all the way outside the garage. That's just one angle. This is where Aruni is best for holding long angles. I'm going to show you another one as well, just to get the point across. Like that it's generally this wall on the right there should be reinforced in your games. It will be reinforced. Now, this angle here, this is from the back side of B all the way into server with a pixel, and because you have the DMR, you can pretty much just shoot. You don't even need to control recoil. You can just time the bullets like that. If you're not good with recoil control, you can literally just time the bullets like tapping it, and hold like a really long arrow from all the way back here. Just stuff like that. This is where Aruni shines because of what she brings to the table in a low recoil DMR, as well as holding garage as well. On this site, garage holding is a really hard, really strong position to hold. It's an important position, because if you lose garage, you lose the cross between site. You can't cross between any of the sites, so you need to hold garage, and doing it with a DMR just makes it so much easier. You can just literally spray down at them. So that's basically where you would want to play Aruni in games, like the sort of positioning wise. You want to play sort of somewhere back far away where you can hold long angles, and you want to play on site. Aruni's not really much of a roamer because of our speed, and our DMR is not really. It's a good gun, but like if you're trying to roam and you're trying to be quick and trying to take multiple gunfights, it's not really ideal. So just playing her on site is a bit of a turret is class. Now when it comes to the gates, generally you want to place the gates in areas that people are going to throw utility through. Not, I'll see people put gates on doorways and stuff that people are going to walk through, but that just doesn't really do much. Like at the end of the day, I would rather use it to destroy utility. If you stack up things that have to be burnt, utility that has to be burnt, like as armies, and then stack these up in front of the armies. So like for an example, you're putting his armies on site here, and the only way they can sort of burn his armies is by throwing shit through the door. So then you would want to put one on the door. But if you put one on the door just to get somebody that runs through, it's not worth it, if that makes sense. Like the like 20 damage it does is not really that good. I don't know if it's 20 exactly, I'm just kind of paraphrasing. But yeah, now that's like sort of how you would want to use them. I like to use them as utility sinks, because at the end of the day in ranked, people are not going to have coordination enough to stack up enough utility to be able to stop whatever you're trying to do. So if you just add one little extra gateway, one little extra roadblock into the way, it makes it harder for them. So this on top of a Jaeger device will pretty much make it so that any of the zombies that you put down will be safe. Now I'm going to get onto the tricks that I'm going to show you. So I'm going to show you 3 different tricks right now. The first trick is going to be to do with the meleeing and putting bulletproof cameras safely. So if I reinforce this wall right now, I'm doing this just for an example, just to put a bulletproof camera on the other side of it for an example case. Now you put the bulletproof camera inside this hole. Oh, you need to make it like that. Put the bulletproof camera inside the hole. There you go. And now it makes it awkward to shoot, because the only way you can shoot a bulletproof camera is from the side of it like that. And they kind of get stuck on the wood. Obviously you can't just go all the way here and shoot it, but it just makes it a little bit more harder to shoot your bulletproof cameras if you do this with them. And if you add to this the next tip, it makes it basically impossible to get rid of bulletproof cameras. So if you put a camera in sight like this, the only way someone's getting rid of it realistically is from like an ash charge or something. So now if you stack a Aruni on top of that, like this, now they have to waste 2 ash charges to get rid of the bulletproof camera. So if this bulletproof camera is in a really pivotal position, it's basically just going to stay alive now, because you've got the bulletproof camera, which needs a destructive explosive, and it also needs an explosive for the Aruni gate, or some kind of projectile for the Aruni gate. So just like, if I'm seeing this in a game, I'm not getting rid of this in a game. Like, this is just staying alive. I'm just gonna bite the bullet on that one. It's just gonna stay alive. So yeah, that's one cool trick you can do with bulletproof cameras. Well, 2 if you count the first one and the second one. Now the final tip I'm going to show you is how to make hatches basically impossible to destroy, or to at least burn a set of utility on hard breach utility. So what you want to do is come up to a hatch that has a table below it. So this hatch is a good example. The hatch in sight, above sight, is another example. And then all you need to do is deploy a gate on top of the hatch. I've opened the hatch right now, but obviously in game it'll be reinforced. Now, you'll see that the gate goes like this, it closes like this. So if I was a Hibana trying to shoot a pellet onto the hatch right now, the zombie gate, the Aruni gate, would catch the Hibanas and destroy the Hibanas. So obviously that's not what you want as an attacker. You want to get rid of the gate first. But if you come up and stand on top of this table down here, the hatch sort of like, the gate activates because you're within the proximity to activate it, which means that now if anybody shoots Hibana pellets onto the hatch, they're going to land on the hatch like normal, like there's no Aruni gate there, and it's not going to destroy the gate. And what you want to do when you hear the Hibana shoot pellets on is simply just crouch. Never mind. It's simply just walk off the table like that, and the Aruni gate will activate, killing the Hibana pellets that are on the hatch, meaning that the gate will destroy and that she'll have to shoot another set of pellets on. So it's good for wasting a set of like Hibana pellets for the hatch. And you can do this on this hatch and this side hatch here. So if Hibana's like being kind of lazy about it, if you stand here on this one, is how you activate these ones. If Hibana's being lazy about it and shoots a full set of pellets on, you just get rid of full set of pellets, and then she has to do it again to fully open it. And then if you come over here, or depending on which one she's going to go for first, you can change the order up. And then you go here and get rid of another full set of pellets. Like, it just makes it really hard to breach hatches, or like makes it a lot more annoying to breach hatches because you're like denying them with the Aruni gates. So yeah, that's all for this video. It's a pretty quick one. Aruni's not really got that much like in detail tips to talk about. It's just mainly like knowing where you can use these Aruni tricks. If you want a full video on Aruni tricks, like on hatches that can be Aruni trick like this, then let me know in the comments and I'll sort of go through the maps, figuring out where I can do them on. For example, I know of a few other hatches that you can do it on, so I'll make a full video on them, all the ones that I know. If you want to see that in the comments down below, drop a comment. So yeah, if you enjoyed, drop a like, and I'll see you in the next video.